Trump administration has charged a Russian national in a sweeping plot to sow distrust in the American political process and imposed sanctions against a Russia-linked Ukrainian lawmaker accused of interfering in the U.S. presidential election. Those actions on Thursday, combined with a Microsoft announcement on hacking attempts targeting U.S. political campaigns, parties and consultants, underscore the extent to which the same cyber intrusions and foreign influence operations that defined the 2016 White House race remain a persistent concern today. They also reflect a dichotomy in the administration, with officials taking aim at Russian interference in the political process even as President Donald Trump expresses doubt about Russian meddling. In case of the sanctions, officials denounced audio recordings that had been released by the Ukrainian parliamentarian and promoted by Trump on Twitter. For all the latest headlines, follow our Google News channel online or via the app. The criminal charges accuse Artem Mikhailovich Leifshitz of serving as a translation manager in a Russian effort that since at least 2014 has tried to disrupt the political system in the United States and other countries and spread distrust about candidates. Members of the initiative, known as Project Later, traveled to the United States to collect intelligence and operated bogus social media accounts that could pump out messaging to millions of Americans on divisive social issues. The group operated through entities including the Internet Research Agency, the Russian troll farm charged by Special Counsel Robert Mueller with stirring up discord before the 2016 election, according to a criminal complaint charging Leifshitz with using stolen identities to open fake accounts at banks and digital currency exchanges. The goal of the department where Leifshitz worked was to sow discord, incite civil unrest and polarize Americans with social media posts that touched on hot-button topics including gun rights, immigration, the Confederate flag and race relations. Prosecutors say Project Later members did not exclusively adopt one ideological viewpoint, rather, they wrote on topics from varied and sometimes opposing perspectives, a Secret Service agent wrote in an affidavit supporting the complaint. Project Later members also developed strategies and guidance to target audiences with conservative and liberal viewpoints, as well as particular social groups. The Justice Department complaint does not accuse Leifshitz or other Project Later members of promoting a particular presidential candidate in the 2020 race. Many of the social media posts that are referenced were early in Trump's first term, well before Democrat Joe Biden had emerged as his party's presidential nominee. Those include a March 2018 tweet, written by a Project Later member using a bogus account, that said, "Just a friendly reminder to get involved in the 2018 midterms. They are motivated, they hate you, they hate your morals, they hate your 1A and 2A rights, they hate the police, they hate the military, they hate your president." But the complaint makes clear that the influence operations have persisted and even seized on contentious current issues like race relations. Leifshitz was one of 4 people cited on Thursday by the Treasury Department, including Andriy Darkak, a Ukrainian lawmaker who was characterized by the U.S. government as an active Russian agent for over a decade. Officials say he has interfered in the 2020 election by releasing edited audio recordings designed to denigrate Biden. The Treasury Department action is the second time in as many months that the administration has called out Darkak by name. U.S. intelligence officials said in a statement last month that Darkak's disclosure of the recordings, which capture conversations between Biden and Ukraine's then-president, were part of a broader Russian effort to disparage Biden before the November 3 election. The administration's move was especially notable because the statement announcing it said Darkak's recordings advance anti-Biden claims that rely on false and unsubstantiated narratives. Trump has promoted those recordings by retweeting posts that include or reference them. Darkak almost certainly targeted the U.S. voting populace, prominent U.S. persons, and members of the U.S. government. based on his reliance on US platforms, English-language documents and videos, and pro-Russian lobbyists in the United States used to propagate his claims, the Treasury Department said in designating Darkak and 3 other Russia-linked individuals under an executive order designed to target election interference. Darkak is a graduate of a Russian spy academy who, the Treasury Department says, maintains close ties to Russian intelligence services. Andrei Darkak and other Russian agents employ manipulation and deceit to attempt to influence elections in the United States and elsewhere around the world, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said in a statement. The United States will continue to use all the tools at its disposal to counter these Russian disinformation campaigns and uphold the integrity of our election system. In May, Darkak released audio recordings of purported conversations between Biden, while Vice President, and Ukraine's former President, Petro Poroshenko. The release was intended to promote a baseless narrative that Biden had demanded the firing of Ukraine's top prosecutor because the prosecutor was investigating a gas company in Ukraine where Biden's son Hunter held a board seat. Read more. Syrian air defenses thwart Israeli attack in Aleppo. Sanad various views of U.S. President Donald Trump on coronavirus in 2020. Other countries coming in to normalize relations with Israel. Trump-Biden was representing the official position of the Obama administration and many Western allies in seeking the removal of the prosecutor who was perceived as soft on corruption. The other 3 people who were sanctioned are connected to the IRA. Also on Thursday, Microsoft said that the same Russian military intelligence outfit that hacked the Democrats in 2016 has attempted similar intrusions into the computer systems of more than 200 organizations, including political parties and consultants. Most of the infiltration attempts by Russian, Chinese and Iranian agents were halted by Microsoft security software and the targets notified. Show more. Last update, Friday the 11th of September 2020 KSA 8:22, GMT 5:22. Let's block ads.
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.